right off the bat, Walleye Gill. And I've mentioned it many times. One of the OGs of pre-market prep, calling out the dip and rip on NRXP. Yeah, this might be my number one. Keep in mind one thing. Remember, we kind of remain conservative in the mornings. You go back to yesterday. I mean, listen, I don't know if we had a single morning runner. So I want to make that point. Stay conservative. This will change. We're going into earnings season. It's not unusual for low float, low price penny stocks to quiet down going into earnings season. This is not unusual at all, especially, again, I've talked about the CEI bubble bursting, et cetera. So I do want to make that point. Please continue to stay conservative in the mornings. OCGN still over 9, by the way. And anyway, back to NRXP. So this is like that same idea. This is, in my opinion, one of the best day trade type opportunities in the post-2016 world. Now, why do I say that? There was a short seller hit piece out on this a couple days ago. So this gapped up the 12, 2 days ago. So Tuesday. It's been a busy week for me. So anyway, Tuesday, this gapped up and ran, and then the hit piece came out. Short seller hit piece pulled back. But one thing you got to recognize, and I know we lean towards long biased here. One of the biggest reasons I lean towards long biased here is a lot of you don't have margin accounts. A lot of you don't have brokerages accounts that allow you to get borrows on a lot of these low float stocks. I think the best way to build an account as a newer trader, as a newbie, is to build your account with a long bias, especially in the post-2016 world. Okay, that may change. When I got started in 2006, 2007, the best way to build an account was on the short bias, okay? But the market changes. The market shifts. We'll get back there at some point. Those days will come back. Right now, I think going long is the bias. That being said, people just keep getting trapped because they short into these hit pieces, and as newbies, they think, okay, NRXP is going to go all the way back to $6. So if you short these hit pieces, you cover the washout and you move on. Much like, like a DATS, okay? DATS fell apart yesterday. Incredible, but you can't swing these, okay? Now, DATS is probably dead, but would it at all surprise me? I mean, again, how many times do I have to bring up BTX, MRIN, ALF? I mean, all of these terrible stocks that had 2 or 3 bounces, okay? You can't stay short. But that's what happens with stuff like NRXP. Newbies think this is going all the way back to 6. They wake up to a 50% gap up, and they're done. They're blown up. It's all over. So that being said, yes, push over basically whole dollar, half dollar, 1350 dip and rip. Oracle sees resistance at 1250.14. So again, this is my number one dip and rip all day. And then OCGN, we talked about that break of 9 the other day. So Jeff says that's, again, I mean, listen, and I know we talked about DATS yesterday morning, but listen, if you're still holding a Twitter, I mean, this goes back to what I said but remember, everything I said on CEI is the same as DATS. I mean, and it's the same as Wish. Remember, one of the epic rants of all time was when someone asked me about, long-term investing in Wish. I mean, listen, you need to understand what pump and dumps are. And if you're still in DATS, man, I don't know. You haven't been listening to anything I say, because, again, another rant I went on it was like a week ago. I said, if you don't recognize what these are, stay away, okay? And again, this is a rehash of something I said, I don't know, it was like last Wednesday or Thursday or something. I'm like, if you can't understand what DATS, CEI, BBIG, COS, on down the line, then stay away, okay? Buy yourself some Apple, buy yourself some Amazon, and stay as far away as possible from DATS, CEI, BBIG, et cetera, KOSS, on down the line, all right? So, Alex, that's about GRVI, 7 million float, BS Anim, number one, as always, thank you, Alex, for actually doing some due diligence. I love it. So, yeah, we got a low floater with some BS Amazon news. Nice breakout, though. Wow. Geez, this is interesting. GRVI. So, this is a newer issue. So, a lot to like here. Low float, new issue, big breakout. What do these guys do? I admit, this ticker does not ring a bell. Oh, it's weed. Oh, no. No, crap. Man, I went from so excited to weed. Boo. Man, it's such an emotion. Listen, low float stocks are such an emotional roller coaster. Alex, number one, thank you, Alex. But you could see the euphoria, and then it's a weed stock, and then it just all fell apart. Promising. Oh, yeah. Famous last words in penny stocks. I got to put that in bold. I'm gonna do it in like red there. Ow. So here's my thing on this, okay? What am I gonna say? Listen, you can hear my skepticism. You can hear my distrust. That is, it's actually interesting. It's interesting, the story arc we've gone through this morning. I started out, talking about the old school days when I was, 90% short bias. So what you heard, Tim from 2007 to 2014 come out right there. So that being said, I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm not the only day trader scoffing at this news. I'm not the only day trader mocking weed stocks. Hey, what's next? What's next? What do we look for? When everybody, air quotes, everybody's bashing. Here it comes, and I'll end on this. I'm back to the pistachio. The pistachio is I think my favorite whiteboard color. For Christmas, I'm going to ask for pistachio pens for my real whiteboard. So we're going to look for that topping action in pre. We're going to look for that week open. What's that do? That sucks in all the... So what's the week open do? It sucks in all the sad, jaded, baby boomer, divorced, alcoholic short sellers, they're all sad, sitting in their underwear. They got the wife beater t-shirt with gravy stains on it, hitting the Jack Daniels at 8:40 in the a.m. They got 6 ex-wives. They're behind on all their alimony payments. Phone's ringing. It's wife number 4. Where's my money? So that sucks them in. And then we look for that high day, So standard dip and rip. All right, my friends. I'm going to go have a healthy breakfast. I got 6 poached eggs I need to eat. Wednesday, many of you know Wednesday's leg day. I'm sore as heck. I gotta drink some water, get some creatine, eat some eggs, have a great day. Still really like NRXP. I would call that my number one. And then if you're looking for that kind of slower mover, keep an eye on OCGN over 9. That's the idea from the other day. And then if you're looking for a quick in and out, it'd be GRVI. And one of those days I didn't get to as many tickers as possible, but weed stocks and short seller hit pieces gobbled up too much of the time today. So, all right. Have a good day. Check out the Steady Trade team, and we will see y'all next time. One of these days, I'll remember to get my outro music again.